Hey, this is Brian with Foxhound Bee Company, and today we're going to do a Varroa Mite check with a Varroa Easy Check. So we've got our Varroa Easy Check, and we've got some windshield washer fluid. You can use this, or you can use some, say, 70% rubbing alcohol, and you'll put some fluid in the bottom of this, and this is what's going to kill the bees and the mites whenever we do the check. So that's plenty of fluid. We have our half cup for measuring the bees when we get them out of the colony. And so we'll show you that in just a minute. So we've selected our colony that we're going to do the Varroa Mite check. And the way I selected the colony out of the whole yard is I wanted to select a big colony. Generally, big colonies, the bigger the colony is over time, the more Varroa mites there'll be. The more brood you have, the more bees you have, generally the more Varroa mites will be able to reproduce in the colony. So I've selected a really big colony. It was a good colony this year, made us a lot of honey. So it's got a lot of bees. I've gone down into the brood box here under the second box, and I'm going to pull out a good frame that's got some open larvae, nurse bees walking around, young bees walking around, and I'm going to knock those bees. I'm going to make sure the queen's not on there, which I've already done. I've already set the queen over here on this side of the colony. But I'm going to pull out one of these two frames here, and I'm going to dump the nurse bees into this bucket. So this is a frame we've selected with a bunch of nurse bees and some brood. And so this is plenty of bees to do the Varroa Mite check with. A lot of open larvae in there between that cap larva. So I've got my check over here. I've got my half cup, but I'm gonna knock all these nurse bees into this bucket. Again, you can make sure again that the queen's not on here. This queen was marked, so she was pretty easy to find. But like I said, I did move her originally. So most of the older bees will fly out, and the younger nurse bees will kind of just sit in the bottom of the bucket. They're just not as ready to fly yet. And you'll scoop those nurse bees and you'll put them in your check. So a half a cup is about 300 bees. You'll put them in the check, and then you'll shake. Okay, so we've been shaking our bees and our mites, but hopefully no mites, because we're doing this after we've treated. But this is a good way to check after you do your treatments, your mite treatments in the summertime. A good way to check to see how well your treatment did. So you want to shake for a while, and you're trying to knock the mites, if there is any, knock them off the bees as you shake. Okay, we've shaken our bees and mites or no mites for at least a minute. We just kind of want to look to see what we have. And can you see that? I see one mite. So that's a piece of trash. I can see one mite right there, which is really good. So one mite out of at least 300 bees, like kind of heaping half a cup, is usually at least 300 bees. That's pretty good. So that's less than 1%. That's like 0.3%. So this is a good mite check, a successful mite check. And we did another mite check in another part of our yard where the hives are a little separated from the other hives that we have. And this check had a lot more mites, even after we've started our treatments. So you can see this mite check is pretty substantial. Like I counted 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I count 15 now. So this hive still has a lot of mites. but this colony did good this year. This colony did good. This colony made a lot of honey. But even though we're in the middle of our treatments here, we still need to continue the treatments on this. I'm going to continue the treatments on this whole section of the yard. So anyway, this is a good example of a check where it's told you that, okay, you need to continue treatments. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.